So in today's session, we are gonna discuss about strings in Java. So when coming to these strings, we are used to store. One second. So we are used to store the sequence of the character. What is meant by to store the sequence of the character? So by using the string, so string is a non-primitive data type. So while we are discussing the data types, we have gone through primitive data types and non-primitive data types. So when coming to these non-primitive data types, I have described arrays, strings, class, collections and all. So if you have gone through the data types concept, yes, of course, we have introduced the string. And when you are taking down the things while using the data type, so most of the people use it string s is equal to hello or string s is equal to Karthik in double quotations and semicolon is ended over there. So when coming to these strings, so we use this to store the text. So what is meant by text? Text is a sequence of character. Sequence of character is nothing but, yes, of course, Karthik is a sequence of character. Hello is a sequence of character. World, yes, of course, these are the sequence of characters. So characters are nothing but A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like that. So I hope you all are aware of these characters and also the sequence of characters. And these characters are stored in single quotations, but the sequence of characters are stored in double quotations. This is single quotation. Likewise. Okay, so when coming to the strings, so string is not a reserved keyword. What is meant by reserved keyword? So why I am using the reserved? So nothing bad. So if you are going to the restaurant, so before going to the restaurant, you have reserved one table saying that, okay, my family, my mother, mom and my wife was coming, so please book four-seater table. You have called to KFC and then you have booked, or you have called to Domino's and you have booked one table saying that I want four-seater table. Yes, of course, we have some party together. So automatically what they do is they keep one reserved tag or the thing on the table saying that nobody else can go and sit over there. Why? Because it was reserved. So likewise, when coming to this Java point of view, we have a reserved keywords named int, boolean, char, float, long, void. So these are all the reserved keywords. So you can't use these reserved keywords under the class name and also at the same time in the method name. The method names and the variables name must be unique. So that's the reason you are taking int a, b, c, like that. So please try, if you want to try the reserved keywords, take int is equal to I or 1. Int is equal to 1. It won't take. It will throw an error. Why? Because int is a reserved keyword. For int keyword, there is a separate functionality that need to be done in the backend. So that's the reason they are called as reserved keywords. But string is not a reserved keyword. Why? Because it comes under the non-primitive data types. So then, when coming to the syntax, so how to take down the string syntax? So first of all, I need to take down the statement over here. It is used to store the sequence of character. Store the sequence of character, and it is a non-primitive data type. When coming to the syntax of the string, the letter, not the small letter. For static, yes, of course, you are taking down all lower cases. S was small over there. But for string and for the system, you need to take down S as a capital. Starting word must be capital, and you must have to remember those things. And as string S is equal to double quotations, hi, hello. So this will be one syntax. This is one syntax. And when coming to the another syntax, yes, of course, you can take down string S1 is equal to hi Karthik, sorry, I need to take down another syntax. New string hello. That's the thing. There are two different approaches. Two different approaches. So what is meant by approach? What is meant by approach over here? Nothing but, so let us assume that in the real time scenario, so one of your mobile phone was missed in the hotel or something like that. Okay, so you want to give a complaint. So yes, of course, you can directly go to the manager and you can search for the CCTV camera, and of course you can go to the police station. It is one approach. The second approach, yes, you can directly go to the police station, call the constable to the hotel, and thus of course you can give a complaint. There are so many approaches. There are different types of approaches. Likewise, in the Java point of view, we call it as an approach, nothing but there are different syntaxes. But at the end of the day, the functionality will be same. At the end of the day, your complaint was, yes, my mobile phone was stolen. Now you have taken down different approaches. Directly you called police, or you directly call the manager asking for the CCTV footage and all. So it is up to you. So based on the requirement, based on the code that you are taking down, based on the logic that you are taking down in the code, yes, of course you can use whatever the syntax and whatever the approach you want. So I have shown you two different types of approaches here, and as of course you can take down. And then now let us know about concatenation. So what is meant by concatenation? So when coming to this concatenation, combining of two strings, adding of two strings, s plus s1. In the sysout statement, so I will give as one second. So hi, hello. So I will take down Karthik here. Karthik. So this will be easier. In the sysout statement, I will take s plus s1. So now my output will be hi, hello, Karthik. This will be my output. So what I have done here, I am adding two strings. So likewise, the strings is also acts as a class. So what class holds? Class holds its variables and at the same time the methods. At the same time, it will be using the methods. So yes, of course, string is a variable. So whenever you are created a variable for the string, yes, of course, you can call n number of methods using that variable name. And I will show you how. So before taking the things, I just want to inform you that, so whenever you have created one non-primitive data type string, then automatically in the database, there will be one string pool. So nothing but, when coming to the real-time example, so if you are using Snapchat, so if you are taking n number of snaps, it won't come and store in your gallery. It will be only stored in your Snap ID. So likewise, in the Java point of view, whenever you are taking down the string, so there is another data in the backend memory management, there will be string pool. In the heap memory, there will be one string pool which is allocated only for the strings. So this will store under string pools. So please remember that string pool. And one thing, so whenever you want to check the value, yes, of course, you can check the value by using n number of methods in the string. So yes, of course, most of the people while doing the if whatever the condition that I have taken down yesterday, so most of them are using strings, and as of course they are using dot equals, and some of them using double equal to and all. And I will explain today so how it will work. For example, so let us take few things. I will take down some variables. String t is equal to hi, and string t1 is equal to hi, and let us take string t2 is equal to new string hi. So can you identify what is the similar things that I have taken down here? The value is same. hi, but the variables are different, t1 and t2. So while going to this approach, so I just want to inform you that, so when you are going to this approach, the address will be same for the values that you are taking down. So nothing but, so when I am taking down these two things and the values of these two things are same value, and also this will be the same value. So what is meant by address in Java? So nothing but, in our real-time scenarios, I will have some address. Our office holds some address. Your mother and father has some address in their Aadhaar card. Okay, Indian Prime Minister has address in Delhi, pin code with the pin code, and I had my hostel with an address. So likewise, so whatever the variable that you are taking here, whatever the container that you are taking here in the Java code will be saved in one address in the backend memory management. So that address will be, so for your understanding, I will take a simple address 101 EFGH, something like that. So the address will be like this. The address will be like this. And one thing I just want to inform you that, so if you are a family, you and your brother, okay, so your surnames are same. So let us assume that my name was M Kartikeya and my brother name was M Kaushik. So our values are same. Okay, we are the products of my father and mother, and our address will be same. Both of our address will be same, but he looks different, I look different, his functionality was different, my functionality was different, but at the end of the day, the value and the address will be same. We belongs to M Balram or something like that, they will call like that. Our relatives will say that they are the sons of M Balram and they are the sons of M Ram Lakshmi, so they will tell like that. And the address will be, yes, of course, they are from Kakinada and their address, door number, something like blah blah blah. So likewise, when the value is same, even though if the value is same in the backend thing, in the backend string pool, it will create one address for hi. Then this address is applicable for this hi as well. It will store in the same address. It won't create another address. Nothing but, so let us assume there is 100 square yards of building. Okay, so or else let us take a gated community hall. So in that gated community hall, we have 50 plots of 100 square yards. So let us assume that 50 families must be there, and it was a government rule. So what happens? So if I buy one plot, if my wife buy one plot, my brother buy one plot, my mother buy one plot, different addresses. Understood? Different plots and different addresses. For my brother, it is different address, different plot. For his wife is different plot and different address. For me, it was different plot and different building and different address. So people, so if anybody, any of the relatives want to come to our family and visit for any function, so to which address they need to go? To my mother home or my brother home, or else for my home. So likewise, as a family, so whenever it is the same value, it will store in the same address. In the same address. So here the values are same, hi, the output is same. So at the same time, the address will be same in the string pool. The address will be same in the string pool. But when coming to this approach, so even though the value is same, it will create another address. Not same address, different address. Why like that? We have used another syntax with the help of new keyword. Nothing but we are intimating Java, it was a new value. Take another address. In the syntax only you can identify that string t2 is equal to new string I am giving. Don't use the existing string that you want, or don't assign this value to the existing address that you want. I clearly mentioning in the code saying that string t2 is equal to new string. I want new string, new address, new thing. So it will be not same. The address will not same for this approach and that approach. And if you want to check the address, yes, of course you can use t is equal to t1. In the sysout statement, you can use this statement. Sysout statement, yes, of course you can use this operator is equal to operator to check the address. And most of the people will confuse over here. It will check the address, not the value. And it will return Boolean expression, true or false. true or false. And if you want to check the value inside that, then you must have to use t dot equals t1. T dot equals t1. Then it will check the value. Value is being verified. Value of both of the strings will be verified. T dot. And I will explain you what is this dot equals. Dot equals and why this dot was came and why this equals was came, and we need to by heart n number of, so string holds n number of methods, not one or two. It holds more than 20 methods in it. So once you have created a variable for string t, t now is applicable and capable for calling each and every method what string holds. String holds n number of methods. String is a predefined class and class is a non-primitive data type. Understood? So now let us take down the methods. So what string has? When coming to the string methods, so string methods starts with camel case. I think I have already informed you about the camel case. The first letter will be small and the second word letter will start with capital. Camel case starts with, it is a method, nothing but I just want to check t dot starts with, and no need to by heart these all things, and I will show you in Visual Studio Code how you can easily drag and drop, or by clicking on your mouse how you can get these all things. I will show you on the Visual Studio Code. So first of all, try to understand these things. Dot starts with h and it will return true. Why? Because the text whatever I was given in the t is high, and I was checking whether t dot starts with h or not. Yes, of course high is starting with h. So if I check here with o, it will return false. So now I think you are able to understand what starts with is applicable for, and what is the functionality of the starts with. Starting with this alphabet or not. And then at the same time ends with dot ends with I or not, ends with t or not, ends with k or not. So s1 ends with k or not, or t2, let us take, okay, so let us take s1 ends with k or not. So why I have given k there? So here my s1, the value of the s1 is Karthik and it ends with k, and it will return false value. So why false? So there is full stop over here, 4 full stops, and it is also a character, and it will return false. And the last character what I used is here full stop, and I am not using k over here, and it is false. So ends with, and then we have contains. So what is meant by contains? Whether it is there or not. So please check for Karthik whether he is in the room number 2 or not. Nothing but contains. Yes or no? Nothing but I will check now. T contains I or not. Yes, of course T contains I. T contains I. Yes, of course it will return true value. Boolean expression. True value. True or false. Done. Yes, of course T contains I in that. So the value of T is high, and yes, of course I contains in that value. So that of course it will return true value. And then let us go with dot equals. So this dot equals will check the value. To check the value, or to check the data is similar between 2 strings or not. The data is similar between 2 strings or not, or the data is equal to 2 strings or not. T1 dot equals T2, and the T2 must be included in these brackets without quotations. Why? Because T2 is a variable. So whenever you are taking int I is equal to 10 in the sysau statement for I, we are not taking down the quotations. So whenever you want any word that you need to print on the console, then only you are using double quotations. Until and unless whenever you are calling any variable, no quotations are applicable for that variable. Please keep a note of it. To check the data, sorry, not data type, data. So then we have dot equals ignore case, ignore case, and this is a method which check for the data whether the case, it won't what is that, it was a case sensitive, nothing but it won't check for the cases, nothing but. So I will take an example. So in a, in string a I have Karthik, okay, and in the string b I had Karthik, Karthik. So what is the difference between these two things? The value is same, Karthik value is same, but the case, uppercase and the lowercase I have used. So if you use this method, and if you use this method saying that a dot equals ignore case b, then as of course it will return true value because the value is same, Karthik and Karthik. It ignore, so whatever the case is that you have been used, and check the data, check the data. Check the data. And likewise we have conditional methods, condition methods or condition methods, conditional or condition, so both are same. So when coming to these condition methods, so these are normal methods, normal string methods, and these are condition methods what we are discussing over here. So I will discuss more than 10. And when coming to the first thing, dot length, to count, dot length is used to count t dot length. For every method you need to include parenthesis, bracket, open and close, and semicolon. So don't ignore those things. So simply I just taken down this thing. So dot length, parenthesis, bracket, open and close, and semicolon. Okay. So if I forgot also, please try to include these two things at the end. T dot length. So what is the t dot length? The value of the t dot length is 2. Even space is a character, space will be also checked. Space is also been checked. And then to count the characters, and then we have dot trim. So dot trim is used to remove the spaces as the initial stage and the ending stage. So what is that? So nothing but in the sysort statement, so or else in the string, so let us assume that we have space, high, and space. So I told you space is also a character. Here the space is wasted over here. I think only I have used 5 spaces, and here also I have used 5 spaces. By using this dot trim, so let us assume that it is string s is equal to new string. So this is the s value, and then I am taking s dot trim. Then it will remove the spaces, and it will return only high. It will return only high without the spaces. Without the spaces at the initial state and the ending stage, and trim was completed. And then we have dot to char array. Yes, of course we are not discussed about array, but I will explain you tomorrow in tomorrow's session what is an array. So when coming to this 2 character array, this entire this will print the output, the entire string is converted into an array. So array is nothing but the output will come like this, high square brackets in an array, 2 char array in the string. Okay, so yes, of course don't worry about this thing. So once we have discussed the arrays tomorrow's or Monday session, yes, of course you will go through this thing, what is the square bracket now. Okay, so until and unless, don't try to do n number of functionalities and logics with the help of this dot to character array. So please ignore that until we discussed about arrays. So to lowercase. So if you have a string value with the upper cases, yes, of course with the help of this method you can convert that entire thing into lower cases. So nothing but here I think I had a in the upper cases. So if I use a dot to lowercase, then the output of this one will be Karthik. It will convert the entire string, whatever the string that you have in the upper cases, to lowercase. To lowercase, convert to lowercase. So then we had dot to uppercase. So as you all know, so what uppercase is Karthik. Sorry, Karthik. Karthik. So likewise, we have dot index of. Dot index of. So what is meant by dot index of? Yes, of course, I just want to include these index things in the arrays. So each and every data that you are giving over there will be stored in the form of indexes. So you will count numbers from 1, but when coming to the Java thing, you will count the things in the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that in the index format. And also in the arrays thing, yes, of course, we are going the things with the index format. So dot index of is nothing but, so if you want to check the position of the character, so nothing but if I want to check a dot index of, and I just want to give k, then it will return the value 0. Nothing but in the a, my value is Karthik, and yes, of course, it will check for the first value k, and the k is under 0. It starts from 0, not from 1. 0 index. So you will get more clear after once I have discussed about the arrays. So once the arrays concepts are discussed, so we have gone through the things easier when coming to the 2-character array and also the indexes. So how the data was storing in the form of indexes. So then we have dot last index of. Dot last index of. And I just want to inform you that no need to by heart these all methods. With the help of the Visual Studio Code, you will get n number of methods in the dialog box, and suppose you can drag and drop those things based on your requirement. Okay, but you need to know the functionality of each and every method that I am using over here. That will be good enough. So when coming to this last index of a dot last index of k, last index of k, and it will return. So see here, I have used k 2 times in this value. Karthik. First letter was K and last letter was K. K-A-R-T-H-I-K. Then when I am using last index of, it will return the value of last usage of that character. And I will count the thing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the value will be 6. So this is how the functionality of last index of works. And then we had substring. So I think it will be more difficult for you to take on the substring. So let us take with the replace. Yes, of course, you will get confused. So if you are keep on using the basic methods, then we can move on to the advanced methods if you want. So dot replace. So this replace the entire text that you want. You can replace the character. So nothing but instead of K, so if you want to keep R, Ratri or something like that. So or else you can keep, instead of Sai, you can say Tai, something like that. You can replace the text that you want by using this dot replace. Replace the entire text. And then you can check with is empty. Dot is empty. So when coming to this dot is empty, it will check whether the string contains any character. Is empty or not. A is empty or not. No, A is not empty. It contains Karthik value in that. Even spaces is a character. It will check the character over there. If spaces is there. Spaces are also included. Is empty, true or false? False. A is containing Karthik over there. And why you are checking is empty? It is not empty. So that's why we use is empty. We are checking for checking purpose. And I just want to use replace all. Replace all. So this replace all is also used to replace the entire thing, not only the character, not only the specific character. You can what is that? Replace entire text. Hello world to hello team, or hello world to hi team, like that. You can replace all. So in the term only you can find that we had replace and all. Okay, so these are the things. So now let us try in the Visual Studio Code. So I will take down the simple things over here. One second. So I don't want to disturb this code. So in test.java, yeah. The public thing, yes, of course, I am taking down the string yes is equal to hi, copying, yes, one is equal to hi. Good. So now, so what I want is I want methods. So from where I need to call those methods. Yes dot. So I want, I don't know, sorry, I can't remember each and every method. I simply kept s dot. So where this s came from? So s is a variable name of string. S is a variable name of string and S1 is a variable name of string. So whenever you have created a variable for that string, so you can simply use that variable and dot. So whenever you use dot, there will be one dialog box that is opened on the Visual Studio Code. And you can search for whatever the things that you want. So there is format, hash code, equals, length, concat, contains, index of, is blank, is empty, last index of, and we had replace all, starts with two character array, two lowercase, two uppercase, trim. So yes, of course you can simply click like this, trim. So no need to, so that's the reason I informed you, no need to by heart those things. You can utilize the Visual Studio Code. So whatever the ideas that you are using, you can simply click on the method that you want when it comes to the string. So likewise, yes, of course you can perform n number of things. Trim, true lowercase or two uppercase, yes, of course you can use that. So let me try to give simple text over here, Karthik. So I just want to convert that entire thing into s dot to uppercase, and I'm running the program. So nothing but I want this Karthik in the capital letters, so that's the reason I taken s dot to uppercase. It was loading the things, please give me time. No, 1 second. So I think I got the output over here, allow strings Karthik. So I have given the value